Pisces. How is everyone doing? This is your reading for February 2023. Oh my God, it is already been, you know what, the year hasn't even started, and I know it's already going to be an amazing and intense year, but I feel like it's going to be one of those years that you never forget, that we step outside of our comfort zones, that we grow like exponentially, you know, emotionally and mentally, and, you know, our lives just, they, even if the outside world is stupid and ridiculous, I feel like internally a lot of us are turning a page, especially Pisces. You have Saturn moving into Pisces, you know, for all you Pisces risings out there. So Saturn, he demands like structure and discipline and hard work, and I feel like because that's your rising sign and that's how the world perceives you, and they're going to be looking at you in a completely different light than they have been. Let's pull you guys some cards and see what February holds for you. Ooh, Two of Swords. Yeah, like I said, I feel like for a lot of you, this is new territory that you're stepping into. Here, let me set this a little bit, just so it feels a little better for me. Like stepping into new territory, but this is, it feels like you can't see where you're going, but I feel like you guys will intuitively know that you're going somewhere a million times better than you've been going. I feel like you're developing a stronger faith in yourself and like your life and your ability to influence your life and the changes that you can make in that direction. This Four of Swords, this Four of Wands, it's not the Four of Swords, I'm sorry. This Four of Wands, I feel like has to do with relationships and stability for you guys. I feel like there have been a lot of single Pisces, but you guys have been working through like a lot of, you know, a lot of things that have happened to you and a lot of relationships that you've had. I feel like you guys have really had to like dig deep and look at those. And I feel like the relationship with yourself has really leveled up and has changed. So like you're attracting in somebody, I feel like you're attracting in somebody that will just, you know, they're going to surprise you in so many ways that you can't even realize. Queen of Swords. Yeah, I really feel like you guys have, like, you've worked your way through the mental, like, felt maybe like a prison almost. And it's like the clouds have parted and, like, there's clear skies ahead. And, I mean, it might not be perfect all the time, but it's supposed to be challenging still in some ways. So you're always growing and you're always, like, bettering yourself and becoming the best version of you. Nine of Wands. You might still feel a little protective of yourself. You might still have like some lingering feelings pop up about how, like, just about like past relationships. I feel like, you know what, this may not be what this card traditionally represents, but that's what the card is saying to me. Queen of Cups. You have the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. For some reason, the Queen of Cups to me always feels like the card of Pisces. You know what? It feels like it's such a like deep and nurturing energy that I feel like you all really embody, and your kindness has been taken advantage of for quite some time, but I feel like you're understanding like how your emotions work, like how you can give to others without like shaking things up too much for yourself, without creating too many waves, you know, and like learning to give in a healthy way that also respects you and make sure that you're taken care of as well. The Magician. By not being able to see like where this is headed and it not feeling as predictable as it has. I do feel like your intuition kind of pops in and it becomes stronger, like a lot stronger, but in a way that you can use it more practically. And that is one way where you can create from a different place than you've been. Death card. Yeah, transformation. You guys, I feel like by next year, you guys won't even recognize your life anymore because so many great things are going to be happening for you. Like, but they're changes that you want to make. It's not something you're being forced into. It's something that you want to do because I feel like you're ready for things to progress, for things to change, for things to transform. And I feel like the power that you gave to others is no longer valid, and you're reclaiming that power for yourself. And on that horizon, there's so much growth and potential and just like, you know, so many great things that potentially can happen for you, especially when you're in the, like, the infinite potential, like in infinite potential. Page of Swords. Yeah. With this new feeling about yourself and you transforming, I feel like this is going to make it so that you feel more comfortable putting yourself out there, showing what you're made of, not sitting in the background and, you know, not wanting things to happen to you because you're afraid that this could happen or this could happen. You know what? Great things could happen. I like to have that be my set point, you know. If I make this change, you know, amazing things could happen. And it's really all about your perspective on things. And I feel like with Saturn being in your first house, your perspective is going to, you know, it's going to shape who you are too. And that's going to shape how others see you. Because it's from within. Nine of Swords. I do feel like this is in the past for you. I do feel like this is an energy that you're no longer carrying with you. It's like a nervous, I can't sleep, I'm afraid of what's going to happen feeling, you know, that you might have been carrying with you for some time. I do feel like this energy is moving away from you this year, and it's slowly moving away. And I feel like February is going to be, there's going to be some changes for you. You have Jupiter in your second house of Aries. So again, I feel like you're leveling up possibly in career, maybe taking chances that you weren't willing to take before with yourself and just, you know, making yourself be seen. I feel like a lot of you were hiding in the background. You know, you didn't want to be seen, but you had a lot of stuff you had to work on. So, you know, don't be too hard on yourself. Pisces are very hard on themselves, okay? And you know what? You've been through the trenches for the last, like, you know, God, it's been like a decade for you guys. I feel like it's been a decade for you. That you've been wading through all this, like, mental and emotional baggage that, you know, you didn't ask for. 10 of Pentacles. Happiness, abundance. You know, I do feel like a lot of you are finding a solid connection because you feel more solid. And you feel more solid in yourself, especially with what you're creating around you. So you're being the solidity that you're calling in from someone else. 5 of Cups. Yeah. You might have a few times where, you know, you look back and you see what's not there anymore. But I do feel like, you know, the ability to change this energy is there within you. That is there. There are still 2 cups that, like, I mean, she's technically dumping out like a 4th cup, but there's still a 5th cup back there that is full of all these possibilities. And I feel like, again, this is an energy that you're letting go of this year. This change. The 5s are all about change. The Hermit. Yeah. You know what? The process you use to work through things is less self-deprecating than it used to be. And I feel like it creates more expansion for you, and like it just raises you up to a higher level than you've been. Like your ability to, like, you know when to retreat, and you know when to, you know, recharge your batteries, because, you know, as a Pisces, you're very intuitive, you're very sensitive to other people's energy. So you tend to soak in the emotions and the energy of others. So, you know, understanding that it's okay for you to retreat and having that process to fall back on, I feel like is going to, you know, keep you from like swirling down into the abyss. Okay. King of Wands. Yeah, I keep feeling like, you know, there's a lot of wands that have popped up in this reading. I feel like there's like an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius that is going to be a part of your life. I feel like that's someone that's coming into your life. Now, the Aries is your preceding sign. I know a lot of Pisces, Aries, like combinations. And especially with Saturn being in your first house, again, it's like you're going to be seen differently by others. And, you know, the cardinal signs will be noticing, okay? You know, having Saturn in your first house, you know, that is the ruler of Capricorn. Capricorn is a, oh God, my mind just farted for like 1 second. It is a cardinal sign. Okay, and so is Aries. I do feel like, you know, there's more fire here in this reading, so you might be attracting in an Aries at this time. Three of Swords. And you might have those little fears pop up again. You know, the fear of being hurt, the fear of being left, the fear of, you know, it changing you. But I feel like you're more solid in who you are, that you're not really going to see this as something that's holding you down, holding you back, tying you into one place. I feel like it's just there for you to see, to feel, and to let it kind of pass over and kind of like wash away. Justice. Yeah, justice for me, for you, is speaking of a balance in your life. You know, I feel like a lot of you had like a downswing for a good amount of years, and you just weren't feeling great about yourselves. You had a lot of shadow work, the buzzword shadow work, I'm putting that in air quotes, to do. You know, you had a lot of your internal processes to go over, and your thoughts and your feelings about yourself, and those had to be cleared out. But I do feel like, you know, the scales are balancing out for you, and the good that you knew you deserved for quite some time is finally flowing in for you. And you're seeing the tipping of those scales in your favor, the Star. I don't feel like anything is outside of your reach at this point in time. I don't feel like it is. I feel like the only thing that might hold you back is the way you feel about it, like the way you think about something. But your thoughts are more expansive than they have been in quite some time. So again, I don't feel like that's holding you back for very long. And the Star is, it's connected to a wish or like a dream. And maybe there's something that you guys have all been thinking of doing for quite some time in your life. It's like been a dream of yours. It's been like the happily ever after kind of, like what you want to do with yourself kind of thing. I don't feel like that's out of reach for you anymore. I feel like the Star energy, like your wishes and dreams can come through the healing that you've had through yourself. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, understanding a healthy balance with others, understanding where you can and should give to others, and when you still need to make sure that you have enough for yourself, and then you're not over giving. You know, there are a lot of selfless Pisces out there, and you've given and given and given, but I feel like a lot of you understood where you were, like it changed you, and where you were being who someone else wanted you to be, but now you're being who you want to be, and that's amazing, and that's the way it should have been. Judgment. This Judgment card talks to me about you understanding that there's an amazing person inside of you that the world is ready for and the world is ready to see, because you're strong enough to let that person be seen again. Four of Cups. You know, the Four of Cups is a funny card. You know, sometimes it feels like boredom. Like, I feel like this lady looks bored. She looks totally bored and like, ugh, this is all that life's bringing to me. But I don't feel like that's what you feel like with this card. I feel like, you know, some of you have been by yourselves for so long or spent so much time on your own that I feel like you're ready to, like, you feel stable enough. Fours are stability for me, okay? There's a certain level of stability here where you're not just waiting for, like, you wouldn't just take anyone that showed up, you know? You are, like, you understand your value, you understand your worth, and you know the type of person that you deserve, okay? So if there are some offers from some people that just don't seem like quite like they mesh well with your energy, you know, you don't have to go along with it. You don't have to take part. You don't have to go forward with it. I'm going to pull some cards from an oracle deck. See if the universe has any last messages for you guys. Real quick. My office is so cold right now. Ugh. Little teeny basement office. I still love it though, and I'm very grateful for this space. Having my own space. It is my little retreat. I have a Pisces moon, so I do need a lot of downtime, and I need to recharge my batteries away from people. So I've understood your energy for quite some time. Lion spirit, be generous of spirit. Yeah, the Pisces that you remember may not be the same Pisces, but some of the best parts of you, I feel like you carried through to now. And they can, like, it can shine through for others to see, finally. Swan spirit, time for a deep dive. Yeah, I feel like you guys are, like, you're diving deep into your life. Like, you're re-entering your life. You're re-entering, you know, your, like, your place of creation. Where you make things happen. Sandpiper spirit, be playful. Yeah, and you can actually have fun. When you feel strong enough within yourself that you don't have to be afraid of others, that's when you can be joyous and playful. And again, I feel like you guys are there. You're standing at the precipice. You're looking over the edge and you're about to leap. Like, you're about to take that leap. All right, Pisces. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. I feel like this year is going to be an amazing year for you. And I feel like February is going to be like another, like, step in that amazingness that you're going to see. All right. Thank you so much for watching again. I love you all, and I will see you all again as soon as I can. Okay. Bye.